background of the company. In March 2012, with the acquisition of ExxonMobil's downstream assets, Petron Corporation entered Malaysia's dynamic and progressive market. Petron subsidiaries in Malaysia consist of Petron Malaysia Refining and Marketing Berhad (PMRNB), a public company listed on the main board of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad, Petron Fuel International Sdn Berhad, and Petron Oil M Sdn Berhad. PMRNB operates Petron Port Dickson Refinery (PDR), which produces a wide range of petroleum products such as gasoline, diesel, liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, and aviation fuel that has a rated capacity of 88,000 barrels per day. The world-class fuels are distributed from 11 strategically located depots and terminals of Petron subsidiaries in Malaysia. Through this robust distribution network, they are able to ensure a continuous and reliable supply of quality fuels for various customers. Despite their commercial objective, they prioritize corporate and social responsibility by supporting programs in safety, the environment, and education to ensure long-term viability and contribute to social development. Next, I will tell you some history about Petron Company. Petron Corporation is a leading refinery, marketer, and distributor of oil-based products in the Philippines. The company's Bataan refinery has a total daily production capacity of 180,000 barrels and produces all petroleum products, and most of them are sold under the Petron and Auto Gasol brands. The company also manufactures petroleum-based chemicals such as naphtha and xylene. Mass sales are directed not only to the power generation sector but also to large customers in the industrial, construction, shipping, fishing, and aviation industries. The company also operates its own chain of approximately 1,200 gas stations. Petron controls more than one-third of its market in the Philippines. In addition, Petron has launched its own convenience store format called Treats. In 2003, the company operated 26 Treats. Petron's two major shareholders are the Philippine state-owned oil company and the Philippine government and Saudi Aramco, each of which owns 40% of the company and is based in Saudi Arabia. The remaining 20% of the company's stock is listed on the Philippine Stock Exchange and is owned by more than 200,000 shareholders. Next, I will state the vision and mission of the company. The vision of Petron Company is to be the leading provider of total customer solutions in the oil sector and its allied businesses. Meanwhile, the mission of the company are first, promoting the idea of entrepreneurship that values collaboration, innovation, and excellence. Second, find growth opportunities and develop strategic partnerships. And third, by providing consistent customer service through high-quality products and innovative services, become an integral part of customers' life, exceed expectation, and meet changing needs.
What does product and services does Petron offer? Through the most advanced facility in the region, the refinery processes crude oil into a full range of petroleum products including gasoline, diesel, LPG, jet fuel, kerosene, and petrochemicals. Through their robust distribution network, their full strategic industries such as power generation, manufacturing, mining, agribusiness, and among others. Petron also supplies jet fuel at key airports to international and domestic carriers. Petron also retail gasoline, diesel, and auto LPG to motorists and the public transport sector. The wide range of world-class fuels include Blaze 100 Euro 6, XCS, Extra Advanced, Turbo Diesel, and Diesel Max. They also sell their LPG brand Gasol and Fiesta Gas to household and commercial consumers through an extensive retail network. And other products of Petrons are automotive fuels, automotive lubricant, gear and transmission oils, high temperature protection, industrial petroleum products, marine lubricants, and motorcycle lubricant, Petron gasoils, and others.
Hi, I will present for financial analysis. Firstly, liquidity ratio, which is current ratio and quick ratio. For current ratio, the company slightly decreased from 2018 to 2020. For the year 2018 and 2019, the company was in a good condition because it is more than 1. The company indicates short-term financial strength. Unluckily, for the year 2020, Petron Malaysia was in a poor condition because the ratio less than 1, and it indicates liquidity problem. While for quick ratio, Petron Malaysia has poor ratio. For the year 2018, 2019 and 2020, the company may not be able to fully pay off its current liability in the short term because the ratio for these 3 years less than 1. Other than that, it is slightly decreased from 2018 to 2020. Secondly, in leverage ratios, there are debt ratio and time interest earned. For debt ratio, it is slightly decreased from 2018 to 2020. From the chart, it shows that 2018 has the higher percentage for debt ratio. The company maybe has more debt than asset. Hence, for the time interest earned, the chart based on Thirdly, for the activity ratio, which is inventory turnover, the charts provides show that the ratio slightly decreased, and from the result, Petron Malaysia refining and marketing were hard to not efficient in using inventory asset. While for the average collection period, Petron Malaysia in a good condition because managed to collect debt on time. The less time in collecting period, more efficient it is. Fourthly, net profit margins and return on assets was under profitability ratio. From the chart, it indicates that net profit margin for the year 2019 was increased, but suddenly decreased for the year 2020. In addition, 2019 was the year whereby the percentage was the highest than 2018 and 2020. Hence, for the return on assets, Petron Malaysia more efficient at generating profits. The chart shows that for the year 2018 and 2020, the company was in a good condition because the company managed to generate profits. For the year 2019, it is suddenly decreased. A falling return on assets indicates that company might have over-invested in assets that have failed to produce revenue growth, and because of that, the company may be troubled.
Hi, my name is Abang Aiman. I'm going to present about our recommendation for Petron. First, paying off current liabilities contribute to improving the current ratio. At the same time, to increase sales to have a higher quick ratio. Thirdly, Petron monthly debt payment must be increased in order to maintain the favorable debt ratio. Then Petron must either raise earning or reduce debt in order to earn more time interest. After that, Petron must ensure the credit regulation are transparent and that cash collection is more efficient in order to improve. Also, Petron can enhance their net margin by growing sales, which can be accomplished by selling additional goods or services or by increasing the pricing. For instance, the company could raise total sales throughout the time, which would result in an increased net income. Petron Malaysia debt and liabilities should be paid as rapidly as feasible, particularly the minor ones with low monetary worth. Having efficient receivable management practices in place will assist them in this endeavor. Lastly, after paying online based on the amount of gas required every liter, the customer can repeatedly fill it without waiting on the line. In conclusion, investors view that Petron will give lower return in the future. Therefore, Petron must always be disciplined and be careful on their investment decisions. Petron also should target cost-cutting initiative in utilities or oil utilization and sourcing and general overhead expenses